Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Waking Up with Mindful Serenity. We are going to continue with our concept exercise. I'll pull a concept from the jar. I'll do my best to answer it quickly and succinctly. It seems the less I put a time frame on my speeches, the shorter they are, which is a good thing. So anyway, we'll talk about these concepts. They will be very imperfect in the sense that I will not edit, not revise. I have no notes. I'm just going off of the top of my head and speaking through my heart, if that makes any sense to anyone. So anyway, I'm reaching into the jar. I'm taking out a concept. I'm going to take a deep breath to kind of anchor myself, and hopefully that will help me to answer this in a way that makes sense. Okay. I picked out a big one that I often talk about, and I think I even actually have quite a few videos on it, and that is karma. I pulled out the word karma. So now I'm talking about a concept. I am using a pointer to point to something else, okay? So don't get hung up on the pointer. Don't get hung up on the word karma. Try to experience what the pointer is pointing to if you can. And of course, the only way to experience is actually to be in that experience for a period of time. So karma, according to yoga and yogis, is the cause and effect law of our existence. So all it means is that every action, whether it be a physical action, an energetic action, a thought or emotional action, will result in a consequence. Everything we do is a cause for something to happen as an effect. So cause and effect, action and consequence, that's karma. Karma is not a punishment like we tend to think of it as is, and we often hear, oh, that karma is a bi, rhymes with witch. That's what we tend to think of karma. It's a punishing thing. If you do something bad, you're going to get hit back in the face with something else, as in a boomerang effect. Karma is a learning law. It's a law that helps us to see that the error of our ways, so we can turn around and get to where we're going. I want you to think about being on a field and shooting a bow and arrow at a target. Our aim is to get at that target. When we shoot wrongly, when we shoot at the wrong target, when we miss aim or are not sure of how to even hold the bow and arrow, we are not likely to hit that target. We're not likely to get what we want, to get to what we need. What we need at the deepest level is this higher consciousness and awareness. What we need at the deepest level is the peace that passes all understanding. What we need at the deepest level is our self-realization, whether we know it or not. That's what we're all here for. Earth is a place where souls come to evolve, as Gary Suvak often says, and has many, many spiritual masters will purport to. We're here to evolve and grow spiritually, to reach and remember the essence of who we are again, and to live from there. That is the target we are aiming for. So often we miss the target. We fall short, or we hit something else, or we just maybe even shoot ourselves in the foot. And some people would refer to that as the negative effects of karma. Call it sin. And when you sin, you deserve punishment. You deserve some type of penance for your sin. But sin, the Hebrew word, the Yiddish word sin, actually means to miss the mark. It just means that you have not hit the target. You are possibly not skilled enough in how to use that bow and arrow correctly. You may have not seen clearly where the target was. You may not have the coordination at this point of your journey to shoot correctly. You missed the mark, and that's all sin is. That is all wrongdoing is. It is the act of the soul to reach that target again And because we've got so many layers over us, we may not be able to see the target clearly because we're focusing on our egos and on our on our problems and on this little drama of little me. And we are unconscious, acting out of that, hurting other people, thinking that we have to protect ourselves or defend ourselves. And we are attacking and hurting possibly others, or hurting ourselves, or hurting other beings, or destroying the planet, or doing this or doing that, or seeking money because we think it's going to make us feel better inside, and misguided in our attempts of getting what is really truly needed in our lives, and grabbing the things that we think will bring pleasure and pushing away the things that are painful. And in this doing, we keep missing the target because we're not sure what the target is. We're not sure where that bullseye is. We're not learning how to shoot the bow and arrow. We're not seeing clearly. We're not willing to see clearly. And we call it karma when others get hurt and we get hurt as a result. Say by the law, if we hurt somebody, we get punished for assault. Or if we, feel bad afterwards for hurting somebody, that's, we would see that's your own punishment for doing that. You got what you deserved or whatnot. It's all about not being skillful with that bow and arrow, not being skillful with this energy that we have, not being skillful with our minds. And instead, we're shooting all over the place. And there's going to be an effect when we do miss. If we hurt somebody else in the process, if I shoot somebody in the foot, if I shoot myself in the foot, it's going to hurt in some way. That's karma. It's not to punish us. It's to show us, okay, you still don't know how to do this yet. Okay, what you're doing right now is not effective. It's not wholesome. It's not getting you to that place of peace that surpasses all understanding. It is not taking you to that higher consciousness. It's not taking you back to who you are at the self level. So redirect your aim. Learn to hold the bow and arrow differently. Learn to shoot differently. Learn to see better. Take all that stuff that's in front of your eyes away. Remove all that samskara layer, all that stored stuff that keeps getting triggered and prevents you from seeing clearly and keeps you from being coordinated as you use the bow and arrow. That's karma. Karma is here to teach us to get to the target. It's not here to punish us and cause pain and suffering. Sure, we may experience pain and suffering, but that in itself is a lesson. Not about how bad and wrong we are and how big of a sinners we are, but simply reminding us that we have missed the mark again. Let's shoot a little better next time. And if we learn from every one of those situations again and again and again, pretty soon we'll be able to hit that target with our eyes closed or blindfolded. So just remember that. Karma is here to guide us and teach us, to help us get to where we really need to be. That target is the self. Namaste.